Hey Virgo, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm going to be doing your predictions for the second week of December. So from the 8th to the 14th. Let's start right away with your first card. Choices. Make the best choices. All right, so isn't that obvious? Isn't that something that we always, in a way, try to do? The thing is that we have two very powerful energies within us, right? The conscious mind, the willpower, and the big, huge subconscious. And the big, huge subconscious, it's a little bit more symbolic, and it sometimes goes goes like directly against what we're consciously trying to create, and we're not aware of it because it's unconscious, right? So this week, make sure that your choices, your goals, it's like you know your goals, you know what you want. Make sure that the choices that you make regularly are directly aligned to that goal. And I know it seems like the most like dumbest thing ever. It seems like the most obvious. But then tell me why on earth, if you're trying to lose weight, you're eating Cheetos? Like, you know what I mean? If you're trying to get fit and you're not going to the gym, you're skipping the gym every day. It's like it seems obvious. But it's not that obvious, and it's not that easy to bring the unconscious and the conscious into alignment in such a way that everything flows in the same direction and everything conspires to bring us closer to our goal. So evaluate your goals, what you're trying to manifest, and observe your actions and find where you yourself are going against the current. Maybe you say you want to be financially free, but you're buying a bunch of like nonsense. You know what I mean? Where is your subconscious pulling in one direction and your conscious pulling in another? Locate those contradictions or those inconsistencies this week and try to focus on making better choices, but from a more informed and conscious place. If you find that your goal is, let's use that example again, to lose weight, why is it so hard to do anything that is aligned with that? And why is it so easy to make every choice that goes against that? That's when you need to like wonder, is my subconscious wanting something different from me? Because my conscious mind says, hey, if I lose the weight, I'm going to be healthier, more free, I'm going to feel better, I'm going to be able to wear all these clothes, I'm going to be able to go out and do more things. Maybe your subconscious is holding on to that weight because it feels like it keeps you safe. Okay? Maybe in the past, you were out, you were doing your things, you were connecting with people, living your life, and maybe you got your heart broken. Or maybe you got into a difficult situation that had nothing to do with you, that you had no control over. Your subconscious, in a symbolic way, says, okay, I want to keep Virgo safe. If I hold on to this weight, Virgo will make less risky choices, do less varied activities, maybe be less attractive to possible predators, maybe stay put and not go out or drink or get into risky behavior. It's like there is a reason why your subconscious is defending, protecting what you're trying to solve with the conscious mind. That's, I guess, the whole point therapy exists in a way, right? But there are ways. There are ways and there are methods to take a peek at why on earth is your subconscious mind trying to hold you in the limit, in the limitation. We see it a lot with those who, there's a saying that goes, I haven't even pulled the tarot card, God. There's a saying that goes, if you defend your limitations, you get to keep them. It's like, all of the excuses, the rationalizing that we do to explain our behaviors, to say, oh yeah, I ate that thing, but it's fine. It was just one time, whatever. I was on a special occasion. Yeah, and I ate that other thing because I was stressed, so obviously. And then, I've been through a lot. I was tired, so I ate that other thing. And we're always gonna find a way to justify our behavior. But it's when we take a step back and we say, wait a second, I'm lying to myself. I'm taking away from myself the ability to attain this. That's when it's like, wait a minute, am I really in control? Right? So, yeah, this week, this can be an exercise that you do if you feel like you would like to do it. By the way, please subscribe, like, I would love to have you here for future readings. This is an exercise that's pretty cool. You get a notebook, in one page, you write as your conscious mind. And you write all the things that you probably write on your journal every day. Hey, I want this because it would make me feel this way, and I can't wait to have it, and it will be so amazing, blah, blah, blah. Everything that you write it here. And then on the other one, you pretend to be the voice of your subconscious mind. You can set your intention and be kind of like, I want to give voice to that which I cannot see in my subconscious, of like, why am I being held back? Please explain to me. And just kind of write whatever. Just write whatever, let your hand just do the thing, and you might be blown away with the reasons that show up. Another example of this is, let's say, in finances. You may be like, I don't get it. I have studied. I am great at what I do. I could be very, very prosperous. Why am I always broke? Why is always something happening like right before I start to stabilize? And that could be the same in a different outfit, okay? Your conscious mind, hoping, desiring to be free, to have everything under control, right? To be on top of things, to be successful. And your subconscious mind being like, well, I don't know about that conscious mind because I did hear your dad say when you were growing up that money is the root of all evil. And I met this person who was super rich and they were rude and awful. And, everyone that I always hear about that has a lot of money, it's like they're never really happy. So, conclusion, I am going to be keeping you from that because you may think you want that, but maybe I know better. Maybe me, the subconscious, knows better. So I'm going to make everything in your power without you noticing for you to not get to that, to not become that person with money. Because then you're going to become rude and then you're going to, not be happy and, you know, or it could be something like you can have all the success in the world, but your subconscious is like, then you're going to be working 24/7 and you're going to be stressed and you're going to be sick like all of those big CEOs who are like, oh, that's not that life, whatever. It's like that little voice runs the show, kind of. The subconscious mind is more powerful by a lot. By like a lot. I think it's like 83% more powerful than the conscious mind. So everything that is there, we need to reprogram in a way, especially if we can see in our reality that we're living exactly the opposite of what we want, then spoiler alert, your subconscious is taking you there. That is not an accident. That is habits, piled up on habits, routines, tendencies, limiting beliefs, you name it. Tell me how on earth so much has come out of one card. We're 9 minutes in and I haven't even pulled a tarot card, Jesus. Alright, so we have the Hierophant, the Setting Sun, Temperance. Oh, the Ten of Cups, beautiful. The Nine of Wands. I'm hearing it's not about effort, it's about alignment. And sometimes we think we need to align our frequency, and we think, I need to be more positive and I need to be whatever, whatever, and I need to heal and la la la. But sometimes it's about the subconscious more often than not. Yeah. So this is basically the card of the subconscious holding you back. The Eight of Swords. This talks about self-imposed limitation. It talks about the narratives that happen in our mind that, again, sometimes are unconscious, sometimes they're conscious, and we don't know how to change them either. It's that little voice that tells you, I'm not lucky like that. I'm not gonna get all that. It's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be that successful. All of these little things. And it can go into very, very deep territories. I would be a terrible parent, so I'm gonna choose not to go through it. I can never get over this, that. It's your own narrative. And the thing about these narratives is that they start to feel so real that in some levels, you can see interviews and things like that. People get into this like state of almost like delusion in which they are certain that subjective things are facts when they're not. And it's like you tell them like, they can be saying, I am not smart. Like facts. I am not smart because I failed an exam in whatever grade or whatever. And it's like then they get this like IQ test and they realize they are super smart. It's not a fact, but they believed it was a fact, and they let that supposedly fact hold them back their entire life. Don't let that be you. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Challenge these narratives. If that little voice within you says, I don't know if I can do it, probably not. Open the door and say, well, let's find out. Let's just find out. There is something happening this week for you that is going to be kind of like a make or break moment, is what I'm hearing. You're going to be presented with an opportunity. The universe is giving you a gift, an opportunity that can change your life forever. It could be, if you're single and you want to be in a romantic relationship, this could be connecting to the person you're going to spend, if you choose, the rest of your life with. For others of you, this could be an answer. For others of you, this could be a milestone that you've been hoping to get to for ages. This week, the universe gives you the opening. But if you don't believe yourself to be worthy, you're not gonna take that cup or that offer. It's like, let's say that you've always had a crush on someone on social media. You don't know them in person. Maybe you have commented here or there, maybe exchange a couple of texts or something. Maybe they're like a celebrity or something, I don't know. You hold them to high regard, Virgo. And they ask you out. And it's like you have the choice to be like, okay, let's see if this is real. Let's go through that door of opportunity and see and, evaluate the red flags and evaluate the possibilities, and maybe it's real and maybe it opens the door to something beautiful. Instead of saying, oh, that's probably just a scammer, and not answer the message. You know what I mean? That's the difference here. It's like the universe is going to give you an opportunity that it's not like you need to be reckless to get. You can be careful. But if you are operating from a space of fear, it's like you're not even going to consider it. Let's say that in your email, you get an email about a sponsorship and it sounds too good to be true. The part of you that loves yourself, you can research about that place. You can ask AI. You can ask around. You can research and realize and see. And you may realize it is real and it is a dream opportunity and take advantage of it. Or you may simply be like, nah, it's all spam. It's all lies. I don't I'm not like that. I'm not like those people who get those sponsorships and you don't answer the email, you don't research the company, you don't do anything. It's like it's gonna be in your hands this week to make those choices. We have the angel number 1313, so this number could be relevant for you this week. You may see it everywhere. Clarity. As the storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against the dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm and now the sky is clearing. If you would like to claim the affirmation, you can write it down in the comment section. Loving energy surrounds me and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer that I need. Loving energy surrounds me and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer that I need. Beautiful. Then we have the owl. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's pair it up with one of these. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Yeah, like that's what I mean. It's like if you just open the door and let the miracle happen, or just open the door so that the universe makes the miracle happen, instead of shutting the door, all you get is gain. Now, let's see what the owl has to say. So the owl is a card of abundance, clairvoyant energies, and treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. As I read folklore, I thought of Taylor Swift's album Folklore, which is like super random because I'm not really that much of a Swiftie. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When this energy is balanced, it's generous, trusting, and secure. When it is out of balance, it leads to money quarrels and scarcity. And to bring into balance, an offering. Beautiful. All right, Virgo. So that was a therapy session right there. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you get to see that opportunity when it comes in this week and you get to make the most out of it. Trust yourself. Give yourself some credit. You're far better than you think, honestly. Virgo, I love you, and I'll see you in the next reading next week. All right, bye.